Movie review. Physical media. Booyah!
Tippy time, my damies, and welcome to episode 45 of Reviewedly Interrupted. A very special stray away from physical media to the Tubi streaming. In a to be or not to be, but yes, definitely Tubi episode, where I'm going to be talking about feeders. It was going to be Llamageddon, but Tubi ain't got Llamageddons no more. And it's on like Prime, but this isn't Prime or not to Prime, but yes, definitely Prime. No, this is fucking Tubi. So I went with another classic that I found on Tubi, Feeders, by the Polonia brothers and shit. Oh my fucking god. When I first watched this movie, I was just entranced. I've never, like, I watch movies that I'm like, this is fun, this is cool. Feeders truly makes me happy every time I watch it. The whole time I am just having the best fucking time watching this movie. It's low budget, the effects aren't great. Sometimes the dialogue is so cheesy. There's like so much cheese, but it's so funny, and you can tell that like they put their hearts and souls into this shit. They really wanted to make a movie. They knew they only had so much money. They knew. So it's like they weren't going to be able to get extravagant or super detailed or whatever, but they wanted to make a good movie. I mean, there's a whole lot, if you watch it, of different effects and a whole lot of elements that they put in there. Like the soundtrack. Oh my god, I love the soundtrack. The fucking music is great. But like, just everything and the way they put it together, they really wanted to make a movie. They made this thing with their fucking hearts and souls, and it is awesome. Visual vengeance. Yes, I'm talking to you now because you guys are the motherfuckers that take shit like this and throw it out on Blu-ray for guys like me to buy. And I've got like 3 of the shit you released so far. I'm sorely behind, but I plan on catching up on that soon because I love this low-budget, independent, just older schlock where it's like they were making it on like fucking camcorders and shit, but they're like really trying their hardest to like make a full movie, make the full, like where you get like the effect of watching a full movie. You know, it's got all the elements and like on a shoestring fucking budget. Great. But that's what I'm saying to Visual Vengeance. This is what you guys need to do. You need to release your first box set. Yes, up the ante. Let's go for a box set now instead of just a single. All 3 fucking Feeders movies, the whole Feeders trilogy in a box set, Blu-ray. Fucking disc 1, Feeders 1. Disc 2, Feeders 2. Disc 3, you guessed it, Feeders 3. You knew where I was going with that. That's funny. Okay, but also the soundtracks. You gotta release like bonus discs like of the soundtracks with the DVDs of each movie. 6 disc set. 3 Blu-rays, 3 CDs, Feeders trilogy. Do this for me. If you make this shit $80, I'm buying. I don't care. I'll wait and I'll save up all my quarters I get from the Tooth Fairy, and I will take them and I will put them in a jar, and all the dollars that go in our swear jar because I potty mouth. I got potty mouth. I say the cunt word too much. But yes, do that. It would be awesome. So I'm gonna tag Visual Vengeance. I'm gonna say, dude, you gotta see. I got an idea for you guys. But anyway, let's talk about the movie now. It's like the aliens, of course, the fucking effects, the aliens. They are the funniest looking shit ever. Okay? Seriously. It's like, that's one of the elements I'm talking about where it's like, they had like no money. They knew that they had no money. They needed aliens. They made something fucking unique. It's like, if you're in the know about like schlocky shit like this, where there's actually, I thought that it was a much smaller percentage of the population, but I think that there's a lot more of us out there than you think, and we walk among you. How does that make you feel? Will you be able to sleep tonight? Will you? We'll sleep hard and sleep deep because we will be there watching you. Not really though, that'd be fucking weird. And that sounds like a lot of effort and I'm too lazy for that shit. But anyway, like the aliens are fucking great. They are so fucking hilarious. And the sound they make, and they're just like fucking murdering motherfuckers. Like these little sons of bitches are the evilest, devious little shit. They're like, they look like burn victim gremlins or something, you know, like the ears are all burned. I don't know. They like it's like they're supposed to be like little gray men, but they are savage little shits. They're like worse than critters, man. And it's just like oh my god, just the fucking acting is great. I love the acting. Just like these guys weren't the greatest actors, but it's like, I don't know, for like it wasn't like, you know what I mean, where it's like someone can actually like act but they might not be a great actor, but it's like they're pulling it off where it's like it doesn't seem flat. Like they actually add something to the character, some like personality to them. They definitely add, that's what it is. You know, it's like if they're acting but they're giving it no personality, and it just kind of like, it just seems like, okay, that's not good at all. Like these guys are decent, and it's like so funny, just their interplay together. You could tell these guys have like done shit together before. And like, there was the one thing with the guy where it was like, and then the other thing happened and you were like, whoa, and then like something else happened, you're like, aha. But like I love how all of a sudden the alien makes himself look like his friend, and then he's like, you have to choose which one are you gonna kill, which one is your friend and which one is the alien, will you choose correctly? Nah, he kills the shit. And it's like he doesn't do anything to figure it out. He just instinctually reacts and just starts fucking stabbing like a son of a bitch. I mean, he definitely played the polka on him. Knives and flesh and aliens. That's what this whole movie is about. Feeders. That's it. If I could sum it up, that would be it. But like, and he ends up killing his friend, and it's like, oh shit. And then it's like the alien's like, murr. It's like, oh, I just fucking love this. Like, this movie is so much fun. I'm telling you. Fun. You cannot watch this fucking movie and not have fun. And the cool thing is guess what? You can enjoy this movie too, because it's on Tubi. And I put the link down in the shit. So you need to go from here down to the shit. And then when you look at the shit, it'll be the link to Tubi, and you go to Tubi, and then you watch that shit and you laugh your ass off and you have a good time. It's like, I did hear that there was plans that Visual Vengeance is going to release feeders like in the future, which is fucking great. I feel like even if they don't do a box set, that definitely all 3 Feeders movies will get a release. Like I have Feeders and Feeders 2 are not released on any kind of physical media, and yet Feeders 3 is, and so I picked up Feeders 3 on DVDs, so at the very least at the moment I got at least the 3rd Feeders on DVD. And it's like, I don't know, these movies, there's something about them that just, it brings me so much joy that someone with just no fucking money, they don't have this huge budget, and like what budget they do have, it's like their money, probably like their parents' fucking money or something like that, and their friends' money, and they're pooling all this shit together, and they're just like, let's make a fucking movie. And they don't get a ton of movie together or a ton of money together, but like they still do it because they wanted to. And I think that's pretty cool to see someone just be like, you know, I'm not gonna let the limitations of my like wallet stop me from being absolutely creative, and like taking something from my mind and my heart and putting it out there and being like, hey man, maybe this will entertain some assholes. And then this asshole is very entertaining. Water. It's like Gatorade, but without the electrolytes. That's if like big water is out there, feel free to use that. Okay, If Big Water, you happen to be watching, I don't know. I feel like you're the slimiest, sneakiest of all the bigs because no one ever talks about you, Big Water. I know you're out there listening, watching, plotting. You dirty, scheming cunt. Ooh, I have to put another doll under in the swear jar. Yeah, sorry, I told you. Potty mouth. What did I say? But like, yeah, and I actually just straight up stumbled across feeders. Like, I was on a binge on Tubi, and that's how I stumbled across it. I mean, I would not know about this movie at fucking all, the whole trilogy. I wouldn't know jack shit about it if it wasn't for Tubi. That's why I absolutely adore this app. There's so many movies like that I stumbled across, and Feeders was one of them, you know? And I just love that, you know, even if you can't fucking own it physically, an absolutely free app like goddamn Tubi will have it. So it's like you can at least enjoy the movie. You know, as physical media junkies, we love the physical media, and it's like for movies like this, we just bide our time. We wait. Eventually, something. You hope. There's some movies that just never make it, but I mean, there's some movies that you never thought were gonna make it. Like, I look over at some of the visual vengeance I got, like Suburban Sasquatch, which is fucking epic. LA AIDS Jabber. That movie is like, I'll have to do a review of that one because that one's an interesting one. It actually is way better than you kind of expect it to be, at least as far as the execution. It's very cheesy, very low budget, but it's like they really tried to like really tell almost an important story and turn it into some crazy horror movie. But anyway, like all those like movies that, you know, maybe you stumbled across back in the day, like very few people did, and then other people heard about it, but it was never really released, and it was like on VHS, like one copy, and goddamn Gary, Indiana, and that's it. And fucking it seems to be almost disappeared forever, and all of a sudden somebody comes along and they start like releasing it. There's a lot of movies that, like, I remember when I wanted Rawhead Rex, there was only like fucking VHS and like DVD copies for like 80 fucking bucks because they were like imports or some shit. And at the time I was like, dude, I can't even watch it anyway, and I'm not spending that much on a fucking DVD. And then later on down the road, it gets released on like Blu-ray, and it's like 20 some bucks, and you got the Blu-ray with a bunch of special features and shit, you know? It's like Feeders is one of those ones we're gonna have to bide our time a little, the whole trilogy, to get like real proper awesome releases. And I wouldn't know about any of that shit if it wasn't for Tubi. That's why I do these episodes, because Tubi is fucking great. If you're a horror fan and you can't think of, like, man, it happens. I have a ton of movies, and it's like I could choose one movie a day and not watch the same movie for like 3-4 fucking years, right? That's just what I have here with my other collection. It's like, how many decades are in 4? That many. It would just be like a lot. And you know, sometimes you're just like, well, I've seen it, I don't know, I just want to kind of watch something different. But it's like, what are you gonna do? Hey, let me get a movie shipped like absolutely instantly at that second because we have that technology. No, we don't. We cannot beam them up, Scotty. So it's like, you're just like, yeah, just find something fucking random maybe I've never seen or haven't seen for like a long ass time. Dude, I'm telling you, Tubi has some shit where all of a sudden you're like, oh fuck, no way. And the cool thing is it's free. You ain't got to pay for it. There's no fucking subscription. Yeah, you got some like ads, but it's like, fuck it, dude. It's like watching an actual uncut version of a movie with commercials instead of like watching the TV version with commercials, where it's like, you know, they cut out the gore and all the shit and the cussing. No, it's like you're getting the movie, but just with the commercials. So, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, but, you know, it is what it is. And, like, because of that fucking app and it being free and me being cheap, like, fucking stumbled across Feeders. And I absolutely love this movie. And I'm going to start watching, what is it, like, what was it, June 21st? It was something like June 21st was when it started. Like, you know, it was the very first thing when the aliens first showed up and started fucking shit up. I'm gonna watch Feeders every year on that day. It is gonna be my new routine because the Polonia brothers made an epic fucking movie, and I'm going to watch it on that date every year and just celebrate these like awesome movies. And yeah, so I pretty much signed your pity on the runny kind, you know, and threw a little capuchow up in there for some spice. Got some spice in there now. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is get the fuck out of here. And next, I don't know what I'm doing next. What the fuck should I do next? That's the whole thing, is I'm supposed to like have prepared what I'm gonna watch next, what I'm gonna review next. And I didn't do that. No, you see, because in the timeline, I'm going to actually be releasing this after I watch Halloween and do the review for that one. I'm gonna release that one first. Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. My secretary, dyslexic, but she tries really hard. Fails miserably all the time, but tries really hard. So it's like everybody gets a ribbon. No. No, but I don't know. It'll be a fucking surprise. I'll think of something. You don't get a preview of what I'm doing next. Most people probably don't even watch this shit to the end of the video anyway. If you do watch this video to the end of the video, please leave a comment down there saying that you watched the video to the end of the video. Just say something like, hey, I watched to the end of the video. But all right, I'm out of here. I'll see you next time with something else. I'll figure it out by then. I don't fucking know. I wing this shit, so it's cool. But all right, go on Tubi and watch Feeders immediately. How do you work this fucking thing?
Booyah!